Coastal fans, not the result we wanted or was hoping for, but the 2022 season has come to a conclusion with a 53-29 loss to East Carolina. Third bowl game in 3 years, that's a positive. Going to the Birmingham Bowl and the experiences they got to experience were all positives. It was 5 full, long, emotional days in Birmingham over Christmas. That's asking a lot from a 22, 23-year-old, sometimes in the cases, if it's as far down as possibly even a 19-year-old. So the season has come to an end. You can break down the game if you'd like. I'm happy to do that. Coastal went back and forth and actually was leading 14-10 when Grayson did his flip turn, bonked his head on the end zone. And I mean, there's no doubt the kid is tough. The guy is tough. All right. I mean, everybody knows his toughness. Everybody knows he's greater than Taylor Heineke heart. Okay. And that's a compliment in itself, is when you're greater than the Taylor Heineke heart. Okay. And there's no question about his ability. There's no question about his competitiveness. There's no question about his loyalty. But you could tell he was in pain. You could tell he was in excruciating pain, and as if anybody else would have been. And when that went out, maybe that was just the last breath of in the sails, or whatever it may be. But Coastal was now down multiple starters from both sides of the ball. Defensively, Josiah Stewart did not play. Neither did either of the two cornerbacks, Lance Boykin or Jordan Strong. So there's three on the defense side. Offensively, earlier in that game or in the first half, Jared Brown also went down, and you could tell things were not well with him at all. They threw punches, they threw counter punches, they tried, but East Carolina was just the better team on the better night, plain and simple. East Carolina was the better team on the better night. Coastal's season has come to a conclusion. The new year begins, I guess, when they touch down officially back to Myrtle Beach. Hopefully they'll get in before sunrise tomorrow. I'm still not sure if they're flying home or getting on the buses and going home. It all depends on several different factors, and I have not heard the final decision of how the transportation home will be. I'm also going to do a wrap up of the season long wrap up. Okay. This was best foot forward, makeshift. Coaches have already been signed with Liberty. Some coaches just not sure where they're going to be starting tomorrow. Players opting out, injuries, and the uncertainty with a new coach coming in, or possibly the certainty with a new coach coming in. There's no doubt that Coastal Carolina played with heart. There's no doubt they tried their best. But at the end of the day, for the third game in a row, Coastal's defense let off a lot of points, greater than 45 points all three games. 45, 47, and 53. And their offense could not keep up. Jared Guest had a pretty good game. We got to see a little bit of Bryce Archie at the end. I mean, Reese White, let's throw some props to Reese White of how he left his heart on the field and possibly his last game now that he's a senior. So there was heart all around. I have my personal analysis and thoughts of some other things. And yeah, I could share them on air with you, everybody, but I'm not going to kick the program when they're down. Some people went to Birmingham with the hopes of just having fun and experience a bowl. Others went with the hopes of winning the bowl game, and those two did not mesh. And then other things on the field happened, and this is where we're at. 53-29 final, Coastal Carolina. Third bowl game in 3 years, but they are now 1-2 in as many bowl games. What are your thoughts on just the bowl game, not the season, not the future, just the bowl game? Comment away. Thanks for watching, and please hit like and subscribe.